Are you ready to up your thumbnail game? Today we're going to show you how to add that cool white outline and a shadow effect to your thumbnails to make your images stand out and really leap off of the thumbnail so that you can have more depth of field and a better looking thumbnail overall. This is a very popular design, and I'm going to show you how to use Canva's free tools today to get this effect on your YouTube thumbnails. Let's dive in and show you how to do it today. So, all right, now you see here we've got our background slightly blurred and we've sharpened up our image a little bit. Now we're going to select our image. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go right up here in the right hand corner, the little double square icon where it says duplicate. This is a free feature. And I accidentally hit it twice. I just want to duplicate it once. So now I've got another duplicate. So now I've literally got 3 pictures of me on here. And we're going to do this a couple of times for a couple of different effects. So I can go right here to effects. And I can go to this duotone. Now the first time you use this duotone, it'll give you a little thing that says install duotone. Just click on that. This is a free feature. And for what we're going to do, it doesn't matter what the duotone is. There's a whole lot of options here, but it doesn't matter. You can just select the first one because we're going to actually make it the same tone. So we're going to move this down to black. Move this one down to black. So now we've got duotones both going to jet black. And now we have this black silhouette of me. We're going to apply. Now we're going to go to adjust and we're going to add a blur to it. So now we've got a slightly blurry image of me. And we're going to blow it up just a little bit so it's a little bit bigger than me. And we're going to go a little bit to the left. And what we're going to do is we're going to move this to the back. And so you really can't see it. It's very subtle, but now there's a shadow behind me. And that's going to be really helpful. You can see it there. If I move me out of the way, you can see it. But there's a shadow right there behind me. And we can even move me out of the way and move it around however much we want. So we can place it where we want it. That's just going to kind of help the illusion of depth. It's going to be very subtle. They're not even going to see it really. But it's there and it kind of helps add to the depth. So now we're going to copy it again. We can go to the same effects, duotone. Click on the duotone. And you go to white. And now we have a white picture of me. Right here. Now there's a couple ways you can do it. You can make this a little bit larger than yourself. And line it up so that you're completely covered. And then you can just select and send backwards. And it didn't quite line up just right. Let's see, whenever we do the resizing, I don't particularly like that method. Because now you can see there's spaces where it's uneven. So instead what I like to do is I can do this, select it, go back to that duplicate again and make a copy. So now I've got 2 copies and I just slightly offset them. And now I've got a little bit more wiggle room and I can work on this offset just a little bit. Gotta still make sure it's over the original picture of me. Another way you can do this, you can just hold down the control key and just click through the images. Like there's my shadow. Can adjust that. Release the control. Let's move me back over. And I like that a lot better. Now we've got that white outline around my body. Makes me stand out just a little bit more. Again, we can click through. And just make minute adjustments. All right, now this entire series is being brought to you by Canva Pro. We really appreciate you guys watching us out. If you haven't used Canva's Pro version, I really recommend you check it out. It unlocks a lot of features like the background remover, a lot of additional tools, as well as thousands of pictures, videos, elements, extra things that you can use to help really enhance and make your video stronger. And it's only a few bucks a month. It's not a huge expense. You can take Canva Pro for a test drive for free for 30 days in the link down in the description. I am an affiliate of Canva Pro, but I also only recommend tools that I personally use myself. We love Canva Pro, and I think once you take it for a test drive, you will too. So use the link below to check out Canva Pro today. Just keep adjusting till we get it exactly where we want it. And sometimes it's just a matter of just finite adjustments. This is why thumbnails can take so long though, because you want to make sure you just get everything adjusted just right. And this can take, don't be afraid to spend a couple of hours sitting here minutely adjusting a thumbnail till you get it just exactly the way you want it. I've had times where I spend 3 or 4 hours putting together one thumbnail to get it just right. There we go. That's actually pretty good right there. And then we're going to go right here, move my shadow right here. And now you can see I've got my shadow. I don't like the shadow though as obvious as it is, so I'm just going to put a little transparency on it so you see where the shadow is. But I just put a little bit of transparency on it, so now it just kind of disappears into the background. And you don't even really notice it now. You don't really notice that the shadow's there. But now I stand out a whole lot more than I did before. And this is just a little trick that I've already learned just recently. So we're going to, in the next video, we're going to show you how to do the text and how to make that text really stand out with a couple of effects.